Friends, in the previous lecture, we have studied how to represent the solution set of linear equality or inequality graphically. Is it? Now today, we see some basic definitions related to LPP and then we will see graphical method to solve LPP. So firstly we go to some basic definitions. First one, solution of LPP. The set of values of decision variables xj's, j running from 1 to n, which satisfy all constraints is said to constitute the solution of LPP. So, solution is nothing but those values of decision variable which satisfy all the constraints. The second definition, it is feasible solution. What is feasible solution? The set of values of decision variables xj j running from 1 to n, which satisfy all constraints and non-negativity condition simultaneously is said to constitute feasible solution. So both should be satisfied simultaneously, constraints and non-negativity condition. Then we say that the solution is feasible solution. The solution which is not feasible is said to be infeasible solution. So the third definition, infeasible solution. Which is not feasible is infeasible, means that the set of values of decision variables xj's, j runs from 1 to n, which do not satisfy all constraints and non-negativity conditions simultaneously is said to constitute infeasible solution. The next definition is basic solution. For a set of m simultaneous equations in n variables where n is greater than m, the solution obtained by setting n minus m variables equal to 0, and then solving remaining m equations in m variables is said to constitute the basic solution. In this solution, the n minus m variables which we set equal to 0 do not appear in the solution, so those variables are known as non-basic variables. Whereas the m variables for which we solve the equations, they appear in the solution and we say that those are basic variables. The number of basic solution is always equal to NCM, that is n factorial divided by m factorial into n minus m factorial. So to get the basic solution, we have m simultaneous equations in n variables. Since n is greater than m, we will put n minus m variables equal to 0. Then we get remaining system which contains m equations and m variables. Solve the system, we get the solution, and that solution is known as basic solution of linear programming problem. In that basic solution, we are substituting n minus m variables equal to 0. These n minus m variables are known as non-basic variables. They do not appear in the solution, whereas the m variables are known as basic variables, and total number of basic solution is always equal to NCM. Now the next definition, that is basic feasible solution. The feasible solution, which is also basic, is known as basic feasible solution. So it is both feasible as well as basic, that is nothing but basic feasible solution. A basic feasible solution is of two types. The first one is degenerate. What is degenerate solution of LPP? The basic feasible solution in which at least one basic variable has zero value is known as the degenerate solution. So what is the condition? At least one basic variable has zero value, that is degenerate solution. And the second is non-degenerate solution. The basic feasible solution in which values of all m basic variables is non-zero and positive is known as non-degenerate solution. So the solution may be degenerate or non-degenerate. The next definition is optimal basic feasible solution. The basic feasible solution which optimizes means maximizes or minimizes the objective function value is called optimal basic feasible solution of LPP. And the last definition we will see unbounded solution. Any solution which can increase or decrease the value of objective function indefinitely is known as unbounded solution. So these are all definitions related to linear programming problem. As the problem comes, we will see one by one accordingly. Now we will go to graphical method of linear programming problem. There are two graphical approaches to find the solution of linear programming problem. The first is known as extreme point or corner point method, which depends on convex polygon theorem. And the second method is known as isoprofit or isocost function line approach, that is purely graphical method. So there are two graphical solution approaches. The first one is known as extreme point or corner point method, and the second one is known as isoprofit when the problem is maximization, or isocost when the problem is minimization function line approach. That method is also known as purely graphical method. today we are going to concentrate on extreme point or corner point method of LTP. So see what is this extreme point or corner point method. To get the idea clear, I will consider a simple system of constraints. Consider, suppose that we have a system of constraint as x less than or equal to 3, y less than or is equal to 4, and x plus y less equal 5, x greater equal 0 and y greater equal 0. Suppose we have these constraints. Simply we draw the graph correspondingly. Now we know yesterday we have seen how to solve the system of linear equations graphically. So consider the scale, because we get the idea that we have the take scale up to 5 only. So I will consider the scale. Now see the first constraint. We will write down that equality that becomes x equal to 3. So x is equal to 3 is a line parallel to y-axis. We get this line x equal to 3. This is our first line, x equal to 3. Which region we require? If you substitute origin here, that is 0, 0 is less than 3, it gets satisfied for 0 and therefore you want origin side, because origin contains in that region. So this is origin side, we show it by arrows. The next one, y less equal 4. So we draw the line firstly y equal to 4. So this is the line y is equal to 4 parallel to x-axis. This is our second line, y is equal to 4. And if you put 0 here, 0 is less than 4. So it satisfies the constraint and therefore we want origin side region. So we require this region again. Now next constraint is x plus y less equal 5. We write down first constraint as equality, that is x plus y equal to 5. As usual we take 2 points values of x and y and we get the corresponding points. By substituting once x0 and once y0, we get the points to be 0, 5 and 5, 0. So we plot the line. One point is 0, 5 and another point is 5, 0, and we get the line for that. Again, which region is required? If you put 0, 0, 0 is less than 5, so origin satisfies that, means that we want origin side and therefore we have this region towards origin. X is greater equal 0 and y greater equal 0, that we know. Because we want x greater equal 0, we want this region where x is always greater equal 0. And this region shows y greater equal 0. Now we want the solution space, that is feasible region, which is nothing but common to all the constraints. So which is the common region where all the arrows comes together? See here. So this region shown as a shaded region, this is feasible region. I will show it by dark lines to get the idea. See this region. I will label this as O. This point is 0, 4. I will say A, B, C, D. So which is feasible region? Feasible region, or that is known as solution space. It is O, A, B, C, D. This is the feasible region. Means that it satisfies all the constraints and non-negativity conditions simultaneously. See that. I draw this graph only to explain this method. What is extreme point or corner point method to solve LPP? If you see the graph, you get that this region, the feasible region, is polygonal convex set. If you consider a system of linear equations in two variables, and if that system has solution, then that solution is always a polygonal convex set. What is meant by convex? Convex means if you take any 2 points in the region or set and the line segment joining any 2 points of the set again entirely lies in the same, we say that that set is convex set. For example, if you consider this set is convex set. Why? Because if you take any 2 points, the line joining these 2 points is again in the same region. Or if you consider this is also convex, since the line segment joining any 2 points again lie in the same region. But if you consider this one, this set is not convex, as the line segment joining these 2 points do not entirely lie in the same region. Or even though you consider this one, then the line segment joining these 2 points do not entirely lie in the same region. So this set is not convex. So this is also not convex and this one is also not convex. Both these are not convex set. What we say that the system of linear equations in two variables, if the solution exists for that, it always constitute the polygonal convex set. So this is polygonal convex set O, A, B, C, D. This is polygonal convex set. See the boundaries. Every pair of boundary intersect each other in one point, and that point is known as extreme point or corner point of feasible region. So what is extreme or corner point? Every pair of boundaries of feasible region intersect or overlap each other in one point, and that point is known as extreme or corner point. So these 5 O, A, B, C, D, these 5 are known as extreme or corner points of the feasible region, because this A is nothing but boundaries intersection of these two boundaries. B is intersection of these two boundaries of the feasible region. C is intersection of two boundaries of the feasible region, and D is also intersection of the two boundaries of the feasible region. And then once you get this idea, the last is convex polygon theorem, and it says that the extreme value means it may be maximum or minimum, that is optimum value. always occur at extreme or corner point of feasible region. So you have to remember three things. The first one, the solution set of system of linear equation in two variables, if it exists, is always a convex polygon. The intersection of boundaries of the convex polygon gives extreme or corner points, and the convex polygon theorem says that the extreme value, that is the maximum or minimum value of the objective function, always occur at the extreme point of the feasible region. Now using this, we want to study the first method, that is known as extreme point or corner point method. So what are the steps for this graphical method, which is depending on the first method, that is extreme or corner point method. The first step is plot the constraints on graph. The second step is decide the feasible region. Feasible region means that region where all the constraints and non-negativity condition is also satisfied. The third one is determine the extreme points. Fourth one is evaluate the value of objective function at each of these extreme points of feasible region. And fifth one is find the extreme point or points at which the value of objective function is optimum. Optimum, that is maximum or minimum as required. So these are the 5 steps to solve any graphical LPP method. Now see, we will see this by one example. The question is, solve the following LPP graphically. Maximize z is equal to 15x plus 10y subject to constraints four x plus 6y less equal 360, 3x less equal 180, 5y less equal 200, x greater equal 0, y greater equal 0. We are going to use the first method, that is corner point method, to solve this LPP graphically. What is our first step? Plot the constraints on graphs. And yesterday we have seen that to plot the constraints on graph, we have to write down all the constraints as equation, Find the corresponding points and plot. So we will start with the first constraint. Write down the constraints as equalities. And therefore the first constraint become 4x plus 6y equal to 360. Find the points corresponding x, y and points. X is 0 or y is 0. When x is 0, 6y is equal to 360. So y is equal to 60. First point becomes 0, 60. When y is 0, 4x equal to 360. So x is equal to 90. B point becomes 90, 0. Now see the second constraint. The second constraint is 3x less equal 180. As equality it becomes 3x equal to 180, that is x is equal to 60. Third constraint is 5y equal to 200 as equality, and therefore y is equal to 40. As these are lines parallel to x and y axis etc., therefore fourth one is x equal to 0 and the next one is y equal to 0. So plot the graph. You have to use proper scale. Now if you see the values of x, y, all, maximum value of x is 90 and that of y with 60. So you have to plot accordingly. So I will take the scale 1 centimeter equal to 20. See the first line. A point is 0, 60. B point is 90, 0. Draw the line. And once you draw the line, at the same time, you have to take which region is valid region. So put in first constraint 0, 0, that is origin. 0 is less equal 360 and therefore we want origin side. So we take this region, that is origin side region, because origin satisfies that. The second line, it is x equal to 60. X is equal to 60 is a line parallel to y-axis. So this is the line parallel to y-axis and passing through 60. X equal to 60. Because we have less equal, if you put 0, 0 is less than 180 and therefore we want origin side. Because origin satisfies the equation. The next one is y equal to 40, a line parallel to x-axis but passing through 40 and therefore this is third line, y equal to 40. If you put 0, 0 is less than 200, therefore we want origin side region. The next two are non-negativity constraints, x greater equal 0, that is this side x greater equal 0 and y greater equal 0. Now we want the solution space, feasible region, that is the common region. Which is common region to all of these constraints? Do you observe that? See these, all arrow comes in this region, means that this is common region. I show it by dark lines. See the shaded part. This is feasible or common region. I will label the vertices. This is origin, that is O, 0, 0. This point 0, 40, I will label by C, D, E and F. So, feasible region is O, C, D, E, F. This is the feasible region. Now see, you know the points of origin 0, 0. You know the points of C 0, 40. You know the points of F, that is 60, 0. So remains to determine the coordinates of points D and E. To find the points, we will solve the two lines simultaneously where D is intersection of the two lines. See D. D is intersection of these two lines. This line is AB line and this line is y is equal to 40. So solve the two lines simultaneously. So D is intersection point of line 1, that is 4x plus, and line 1, that is AB line, and the line 3, that is y is equal to 40. So solve the equation simultaneously. The first line is 4x plus 6y equal to 360, and the second line is y is equal to 40. If you divide this equation by 2, we get the simple, that is 2x plus 3y equal to 180, and y, so I will multiply this equation by 3, we get 3y is equal to 120. Subtract the equation, we get 2x is equal to 60, so x is equal to 30. Put x is equal to 30, we have y is equal to 40, and so what is D point? D point is 30, 40. Once you obtain the point, always check on graph whether it comes to be true. See, if you see the point D, x is equal to 30 and y is equal to 40. So on graph also we are able to check the point whether it is correct or not. Now next point is E point, which we don't know, we want to find that. And E is intersection point of these two lines, that is first line AB and the line x equal to 60. So solve the two equations simultaneously. E is intersection point of line first, that is AB, and x is equal to 60. So solve the equation simultaneously. I will divide line AB by 2, so we get the simple equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 180. That is equation of AB dividing by 2, and the next line is x is equal to 60. I will multiply this equation by 2, so we get 2x is equal to 120. Subtract the equations, we get 3y is equal to 60, so y is equal to 20. Y is 20 and x is 60, so we get the point, that is E point, and E point comes to be 60, 20. So we get D point, we know E point, and all the other points which are extreme points of feasible region are known. So according to convex polygon theorem, we want to determine the value of objective function only at these corner points. So consider the corner points. So these are the extreme points or corner points, and find the value of objective function z. What is z? Z is given to be 15x plus 10y. So we want to find the value of z. The first point is origin, so O 0, 0. Second point is C. C point is nothing but 0, 40. Next is D point. D comes to be 30, 40. E comes to be 60, 20. And last one is F point, that is 60, 0. You want to find the value of objective function only at these 5 points, because these 5 points are corner points of the feasible region. So according to convex polygon theorem, the optimum value, that is maximum value, will only occur at one of these corner point. So find the value of z at these points. So first one, z at origin, it is nothing but 15 into 0 plus 10 into 0 comes to be 0. Z at C point, that is 15 into 0 plus 10 into 40, value comes to be 400. Z at D point, that is 15 into 30 plus 10 into 40, which is nothing but 450 plus 400, that is 850. Next one is Z at E, which is nothing but 15 into 60 plus 10 into 20, that is 900 plus 200, 1100. Last one, Z at F, that is 15 into 60 plus 10 into 0, and it is nothing but 900. So we find the value of objective function at all extreme points only, and because we want maximum z among these values, find the maximum value. The maximum 1100 means that the maximum z is 1100 at x equal to 60 and y is equal to 20. This is solution of LPP. You can check whether your solution is correct or not. How to check that whether the answer is correct or not? These values of x and y are such that they should satisfy all constraints. Means all inequalities. And in addition, satisfy at least two equalities. It should satisfy at least two equalities. Then only our answer is correct. If you see the problem, the first constraint is 4x plus 6y less equal 360. Second constraint is 3x less equal 180 and 5y less equal 200. xy greater equal 0. All these constraints must be satisfied by these two values. The first is that is if you put x is equal to 60 and y is equal to 20 here, if you put x is equal to 60, it becomes 240, y is equal to 20 becomes 120, and the answer comes to be 360. So equality gets satisfied here. So this equality is satisfied. 3x is equal to 180, that is x is equal to 60. Here also equality gets satisfied. Both equality get satisfied. Y is equal to y less than or equal to 40. We get y 20 means 20 is less than 40. X and y both are greater equal 0. So all the inequalities and at least two equalities are satisfied. So x and y values are correct. And if you put these x and y values in objective function, that is 15x plus 10y, you will get 1100. 0. So the value of z 1100 0 at x is equal to 60 and y. This is maximum value at this point. So this is solution of LPP graphically, but by first method, that is extreme point or corner point method. Hope you understand the method. Enough for the day. In next lecture, we will see the second method, that is isopropit method, and more examples on that. Thank you.